Right, finally got the next one ready with the paper stuck on. However, the first attempt was a disaster, so if anybody else is trying this for the first time, I would paste the paper, and the PVA glue, you need to thin it down to about half of what it is, so that you can apply, you know, just a light uniform coat. Don't build it up, don't try and, as I did, put it on as it is, which I've seen in some other video, you know, label on a good coat. Rubbish, it's not going to work, it's just going to soak the paper and cause blisters. There's no need to soak this, it's no paste, although I thought about trying paste initially, it might have been an easier route. But that PVA stuff is a glue, so we're only sticking it on, you don't need to saturate it. So just a light coat, just make sure you cover the whole thing, but a lot thinner than that stuff naturally comes. It's too heavy, as I noticed when I was using it, it's really gooey. You can't spread it out. I mean, you do the same thing with ordinary paints, you have to make them workable. You've got to make a right consistency to apply, you know, a proper coat. So you need to thin that stuff down and just a very light coat, and then, as I found, and you don't have much time to work with when you start putting it on the board. You know, it sticks pretty soon, so you know, if you're going off, it'll be difficult to adjust, so you need to be quite quick once you've pasted it on. But you sort of roll it up initially, and then, you know, sort of let it roll out like that. But anyway, just a light coat and stick it on, and then brush it out, and it goes on perfect. So the problems that were caused with my first attempt was basically too much glue, and as I say, that's unavoidable unless you thin it down, because it is too tacky initially. And if you thin it down, your mind will probably go, oops, it'll not be as sticky, it'll not be, you know, it'll lose its strength. Rubbish, it doesn't matter. Thin it down, it's still really powerful stuff. And once you have it like that, what I did was weighted down the corners. In fact, I got a seam roller and went round the edge. It's not really needed, but it just ensures that, because that's your most important bit, you don't want wee bits of that fluffing up. But as long as you've coated every bit of the paper, it'll stick on perfect. But just an extra added insurance, I went along the edge with a seam roller, then I put weights on it. But as you place your paper on, a paper and brush, you know, just thing with flatten it down kind of thing. But you really don't need to. You're only going to get problems if there's too much glue, as I've found out. So keep the glue thin and just a light coat on all the paper, then apply it and brush it down as you go, as you smooth it out. And it's absolutely perfect this time. The other time it was as it started to dry, I mean in the evening, some hours later, blisters would appear here, there and everywhere, and it's really difficult to get off. So that was a wee bit of learning experience, but it's really quite simple when you know how to use that stuff. So now the grid is on and time to get it drawn. And mostly that's the body and everything. It's just loosely put in position. It doesn't need to be greatly detailed, but the face that I've found has got to be really quite accurate, because then it saves a lot of changing when you actually get to putting the paint on. So on to our sketch now. That's our next stage. Well, I've finally got my sketch to the degree of accuracy that I want, and rubbed out the face area, but I've been very careful with that to do it quite light, because the last time I lost her look. So the pencil is there, it's quite faded, but I've still got a good, you know, guidelines to follow kind of thing, and I'm only concerned with the face first. I'm not going to touch another thing until this starts developing just like that there, and then I'll spend time in other areas, because you can get a bit sort of fed up on one particular bit. It's good to sort of, when a big thing like this, you can move around and go to other areas and bringing other things up instead of, you know, completing every single bit as you go. Anyway, it'd be good to get back to using paper, which of course I'm used to. The bare hardboard cell, its surface is just totally useless. It's just not suitable at all. So, and I should mention, if anybody's interested, I normally years ago searched for hot press art paper, because I'm told that's the best for detail, which it is, because it's totally flat and smooth. And I was kind of determined to get that for this, thinking, oh, you know, I don't want any texture on it, I want it to be as pinpoint accurate as I can get it, so I don't want. But in the end up, the hot press is kind of scarce, especially when you get it in a roll. And money wise, the only one that I could find that I would pay for, which was only £70, which was a real bargain, was the knot surface, which is meant to be textured. But I don't know if it's just this brand of paper, which is Fabrino. But the texture is next to nothing. I mean, it's virtually non-existent. So I really shouldn't have bothered about, you know, been worried about, you know, not being able to get the hot press paper. So anyway, that's just been really good, and I'll certainly, well, I don't think I'll actually need to buy it again, because it's a huge roll, really wide. You know, it's about 30 feet by, like, I don't know, over 5 feet or something wide. So I think there's a lifetime of paintings in it, and certainly these type anyway. So anyway, I'm quite looking forward to get on with this now, because unlike the last one, I'll have a lot greater degree of control over this and how it comes out, which on the bare hardboard surface itself you just don't have. It's just gone. So glad to get back to what I'm used to, and I can really put out my best in this, which I wasn't able to in the first one. So let's go. Well, it looks pretty much done, and it almost is. I've been stuck at a point for a couple of weeks, going to get the right colours, shades I was wanting down here, but I'm finally satisfied that's kind of as good as I'm getting it. So now it's just refining what I've done, which is the hair. Although it's got a lot of highlights, it should have a more black appearance, but that's pretty straightforward today, and I've just been darkening that down. What she's wearing, I just need to sort of bring that up a bit and get the colours more uniform. They're kind of a bit all over the place. It should be more consistent, you know, from top to bottom. It's like two different things going on in there. So. But again, that's fairly straightforward. These are just sort of refining things. In general, I'm nearly there, so I'm pretty sure by the end of this day, this evening, I'll have it I'll be satisfied with, kind of thing. So, and it is quite striking, I'm liking it. What else about doing? There's wee bits in the skin, they're really well. I didn't know at the start, but in the process of doing all this, I've sort of dirtied some bits with my hands. So again, that's just it's not really time consuming. These are just straightforward things that just to tidy up. So really, I'll spend a few hours on this in the hair, just getting these colours very uniform, and just wee final touches really after that. So a few hours or whatever, but it's been dragging on for a wee while there when I was stuck, so I'm glad it's really, I can see the finish line now, and at the end of the day that will be it. So here is the finished item, which I've taken outside because I've lost the daylight inside and the camera doesn't pick up very well in anything other than natural light, so we'll see it better out here. Just did some finishing touches. There's nothing else I'll do to it that anybody else but me would really notice, so as it is the now, that's really it. So I'm quite pleased with it. It's quite striking.